Hello everyone, it's Melanie here with Vintage Hill Studio. I'm so glad you dropped by for a fun fold card. This is a graduation card. All the supplies and dimensions and the instructions will be listed in the description below this YouTube video. Hey, this is so easy. I know you will enjoy making this, and let's just jump right into it. So the first thing you want to do is add a little hash marks here with your pencil along the score line. This can be as big or as small as you want to make your pop-ups. I chose to do 2 1/4 at each end of the score line. Then I'm simply going to bring over my T-ruler, T-square, and mark 2 inches above and 2 inches below the score line on each side of my card. And this is basically going to be the whole mechanism for your corner fold pop-up card. Really, it's that easy. So you can see I've marked this on each side, as I told you, and then I'm going to bring over my little stylus and my ruler and just score along those pencil marks. This will make the pop-up triangles on each end. Now this is where you can play around making your pop-ups larger or smaller depending on how much you want to go above or below your score line there. Then erase your pencil marks and let's get on to the fun part. Okay, now you have scored those, so now you just want to fold in along that triangular area. This is going to create your corner pop-up on the inside of your card. Reinforce that with a bone folder and we're ready to move on with decorating this card. So you see how easy that pop-up corner fold is? Really, give it a try. I think you'll be amazed how quickly you can put together a little card. Okay, now I'm going to cut myself a couple of these mats, and this is how precise I'm going to be. I'm bringing over my pencil and I'm going to cut inside my pencil line to give me the same border along those top corners as I have along the sides and the bottom. Just a little white border around the front of my card. I'm going to keep those corner pieces for a little bit later. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. So there's the mat for the front of my card, and before I adhere that, I'm going to just make a secondary mat for the inside of my card to finish this off very nicely this week. Finishing the inside is just as important as finishing the outside, especially on today's fun fold card. So again, keep those little scraps of corners. We'll use those in just a second. Now to spruce this up a little bit, I am going to bring over an embossing folder. It's got the little mortarboard graduation hats, and I've embossed that, and then I've stamped my sentiment and cut that out with a couple of square dies, and that's the front of the card. So now to the inside, I'm bringing over some heavy-duty acetate just from some packaging. This is really stiff acetate, which is what I need for these pre-cut balloons and the mortarboard. I've already done this off to the side using my Cricut, and I'm just going to gauge this because I want to reinforce these pop-up elements inside the card. So I'm just eyeballing it and kind of cutting my acetate down because you want it to have a kind of invisible look, but it also needs to be sturdy enough to support those balloons and that mortarboard. Now here I'm just closing it to make sure this isn't going to show when my card is completely closed, so make sure you use that as a guide before you place your elements on the acetate. Again, when the card is closed, you don't want that poking out of the bottom of your card. So just kind of gauge that, place that where you want it, get it glued down. That's it. So I'm getting all of these put on the acetate. The only thing you're going to be able to see is possibly the bottom string part, which is no big deal. Again, it's going to be see-through with the acetate, so that's going to be the pop-up on the left-hand side, and then I'm using this mortarboard on the right side. The same thing. Add a little glue to the acetate. Make sure it's not going to show when the card is closed, and position that wherever you want that inside your card. Now, because I can't leave well enough alone, I do come back with an additional mortarboard and the back of the balloons. I just cut out a few extra pieces and I'm going to finish that off on the back side. because the beauty of this pop-up card is when it's open, you can see it from the front, the side, and the back. So I want to make sure that looks really nice when the recipient opens their card. Okay, same for the balloons. Just quickly get these finished up on the back side here. Now this is the back side of the acetate. So I'm just making it look nice again because you're going to be able to see this when the card is open. Now here's where those corner pieces come back. You're going to put these down on each side. You don't have to do this, but I like the finishing look this provided. And then glue your pop-up elements and then cover those with the secondary corner. Just makes a nice, neat, finished card for the inside. Okay, now I was getting these balloons popped down and I decided as I was putting the other corner piece on that it would be really nice to be able to see the strings of the balloons. So while those are not quite dry, I will pull those back up and put them over the top of my second interior corner piece here. Again, details, 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 but this kind of thing would bug me, so I'm glad those came up easily, and I like the way that looks with the strings showing. I hope you enjoyed this card making video today and that maybe you'll get inspired to try this fun, interactive corner fold pop-up card. What you could use this for is just limitless. Maybe Mother's Day cards, Father's Day cards, anything. Just use your imagination, add the elements you want. You could even finish that inside upper flap if you wanted to add some more patterned paper. Totally up to you, your design, your ideas. I mainly just wanted to relay that this is so easy to make. I know you can do it. I know you'll love it if you do give it a try. I'm so happy you dropped by my channel today. If you feel like leaving a comment, giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that. And I want to wish you happy crafting today. See you again next week.